Me too.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's a hand-me-down. My uncle.
The thing that's interesting about the B team though is what's the girl's name in this movie? Twister, some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't fucking.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's Twister. So you got on one hand you got the dude Adam Smasher, who his backstory is kind of it's a little checkered because he got a dark period where he do some illegal shit, some bad shit. He kind of a bad guy too, to some degree, but then he kind of turned his life around, maybe find Jesus a little bit and shit like that. That's good. That's good. Believe in a higher power and that sort of thing. And he turns his life around. But then you've got Twister and, he kind of crushing on her. And the way the scene plays out, so Hawkman calls in the B team. He say, all right, we need backup. He called in the B team. And this man trying to push up on Twister while we about to go fight an immortal anti-hero. Like, bro, you can't find a better time to talk about what you doing on Friday night. Can I take you out? Get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing is though, is you got that like I said, he was probably a criminal back in the day and shit. So he got that mentality like, fuck it.
This is
kind of like what's his name? Who was it? I think it was in the first Suicide Squad. Was it Captain Boomerang was like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You right.
Hawkman just does not give up, does he?
No.
And it's crazy because Hawkman, the expressions, even though he's wearing that helmet, you can tell he giving it his fucking all. He giving it his goddamn all. And Black Adam is like taking that shit like it's not a problem. You are not on my level, bro. You ain't. I'm different, all right? That's what the young kids say. I'm different. Like, you're not ready for this. and Seth Adam, he's not breaking a sweat. Like, he is for real handling this motherfucker. One-handed even.
Hey.
Damn, Twister is kind of fine in this movie, though. I ain't gonna front. She's 3 off. 3 off. Let's see. Adam Smasher. Cyclone. I'm sorry. It's not Twister. It's Cyclone. That's her name.
I don't even think I heard of this chick until this movie.
I didn't either. I was like,
what the fuck is a Cyclone?
Fucking characters.
That's bad and shit.
Like, what is going on here? They just making up characters.
Who was in charge of this shit?
Who picked out the cast for this, man?
Well, I guess that's, they were keeping in the tradition of because aren't they in the Suicide Squad or something? Is that who they were supposed to be? Because they were working for Amanda Waller, right?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they were all Suicide Squad.
But Suicide Squad has always been like whoever she can get out of Bel Rev to be a part of the team anyway. So,
well, that's the weird part, though. That's the other part that don't make sense in this movie because, I guess they got Dr. Fate because he's magical.
Okay,
so that makes sense.
Okay,
and then the leader is Hawkman, because he's a bad guy.
Okay,
so that leaves those other two. They're the criminals. They got to be
right. Because
I don't know. What's her name again? Cyclone?
Cyclone.
Let's see if she's a villain or not.
Because you would think, like you said, because it's Amanda Waller, and I mean she deal in criminals. You know what I'm saying? You got 500 years, or 500. You got 500 centuries on your prison sentence. You work for me, and I'll see to it that, at least one of them centuries gets taken off,
Well, I guess not. I guess she is a superhero through and through. So what
Man,
the hell?
Smasher going in the wrong damn direction, bro. Get your life right, dude. Get your fucking life right. Damn, you can't. I mean, bro, where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. All you got to do is run in the opposite direction where people are running from. You run to that shit. Yeah, you about to get fucked up.
It's me, Al. In case you didn't recognize me.
There's something different about you. Can't quite put my finger on it.
You know, it's probably because I'm like 6 stories tall now, but you're like a tornado.
I thought the two of you did great work. First time out, bravo.
Thanks.
All right.
I mean, I got
to pause right there because, you know, my man Pierce Brosnan, let's talk about him for a little bit. All right. So what was he in back in the 80s where he was, he was like a fucking, it was kind of like a James Bond ripoff or something like that.
Wait, in the 80s?
Yeah, man.
I know he was James Bond.
All right. I know he played James Bond, but this was before that. He was damn it. He was in Remington Steele. That's what it was. That's what it was. You remember that shit, don't you?
I never watched it, but I know of it.
My man. Yo, chat box room. If y'all want to see James Bond done right by Pierce Brosnan before he was GoldenEye, Remington Steele. Go watch that shit. Go watch that shit. But is he, and I ain't gonna act like I know, but is he British?
Yeah, he's British.
Okay.
He's British.
Because
there's only one Scottish Bond, and that's
you already know the late great Sean Connery. All right, he the only Bond in my opinion. So it's interesting that he played James Bond for fucking ever, and then they get a Brit to play the role. I thought that was pretty cool. They get Pierce Brosnan in there in GoldenEye. That was dope. So.
Well, there was like 3 different James Bond. The first dude was, pretty sure he was British. The first dude was British, then it was Sean Connery, and then Pierce Brosnan took it.
Yeah, that first dude, he don't count though. He don't count. There's only one real James Bond, and everyone knows who it is. Let's stop playing, Buck. Come on now.
I don't know.
Come on. Find somebody that can argue there was a better James Bond. I'm not even worried about the Daniel Craig argument because Daniel Craig, he was all right. He just threw a lot of hands, but he ain't have it like Sean Connery did. Like Sean Connery could talk anybody out their draws. All right. And half the time he did. So there you go. There you go. So
Roger Moore was the third one.
He don't count.
Oh, and then there's there's 4 of them. Hold on, who the heck is this guy? George, oh man. What the hell? How many different James Bonds were there?
Oh, they've had a few. They've had quite a few. Because look at
2, 3, 6. There was 6 different Bonds.
Look at how many movies they've had. Shit. Pierce Brosnan did what? 2, 3 movies by himself?
Yeah, Roger Moore did a big ass chunk of those, and so did Sean Connery.
Okay. And then Daniel Craig did about what? 4 or 5 by himself, some shit like that?
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, but yeah. And like I said, we need to have that other episode because that brings me back to the other question, the other thing I started to talk about earlier. Because then they try to get my man Idris, but they were like, oh no, we can't have him because he's black.
Oh, so now that's where we draw the line? All right, I see what y'all doing. Okay.
And they were mad because there was rumors and talks that I guess the next James Bond is going to be a lady.
Yes.
And not just a lady, a black lady.
I've heard that. Like, you know what?
And they're mad about that. So I was just like, yeah. James Bond about to get canceled.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I think Pierce Brosnan he got that Dr. Fate role on lock, man.
Bro, that's I wasn't even expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I said it and I was like, it fits. It fits. It fits. And honestly, that sets it up for a lot of other stuff too. Because I'm guessing that version of Dr. Fate is what the hell is his name? Zatanna's dad.
What was it? Zatara?
Yeah. I'm guessing that's who he's supposed to be. 100%.
Okay.
Because he kind of fits that whole look. He fits that look.
Okay. All right, let's see what they got to say. Let's get to it.
Around back there, but it all worked out, right?
You damn right it did. This whole Waller has that cell ready for him.
Yeah, y'all thought it worked out. Y'all don't know what y'all did.
You want my hand here, right?
You better not let him up.
He knocked the Atom Smasher clean out. Wow. That man hit him with a Mike Tyson uppercut and knocked him smooth out. Damn. Yeah, she checking to make sure he's still alive. But see, so Chatbox Podcast, Chatterbox Realm, listen. When the people start chanting for the anti-hero, you don't want to be the good bad guy that brings him to quote unquote justice, because that's just going to lead to social unrest. People going to be rioting in the streets. No one's going to believe in the Justice Society anymore and shit like that. So it puts Hawkman and Dr. Fate in a very compromising position where now they're basically backpedaling about how they can contain the situation, the Black Adam problem, if you will. So
I'm just saying they brought that shit on themselves because they talking about they here to help the city.
Mm-hmm.
But what they doing? Letting the criminals run the city.
Okay.
Because the criminals ain't killing shit. Or they ain't superpower killing shit.
Like
they killing people with guns.
Okay.
And it's okay. It's okay when they use guns.
What's interesting is they haven't done any like they're going in off of Amanda Waller's word, right? Y'all need to bring him to justice because of this. And they're not worried about what his motives are. Like, what are you doing here, Black Adam? Like, for real, come on, bro. You can't be doing shit like this, you know? So they're just taking her word for it. He's a bad guy. You need to bring him in. When the truth is, Amanda Waller, her character really only works in what benefits her. So if she can get Black Adam under her thumb, that's a game changer for Suicide Squad or anyone she deems as a threat. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that on top of the fact that she deemed him as a threat. So, I mean,
yeah.
So it's like, yes, you know.
This is true. So let's see what happens next, because there's one scene that we got to get to, because the movie's long enough. And we ain't got enough time to go over the whole thing. Otherwise, you know, this gonna be like a Dune type of podcast where 4 hours later we still ain't even touched on, you know, the main character's motivation. All right, so
the 80s Dune.
So let's see if we get to this one scene, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up because we want to make sure